She vanished without a trace on a night that was supposed to be ordinary. No one heard a scream, no one saw a struggle. There were no warning signs, no final phone call, no goodbye note. One moment, she was part of the world around her, and the next, she was gone. 20 years have passed since that night, yet her disappearance remains one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in the United States. The town where she lived was the kind of place people trusted. Neighbors waved as they passed each other on the street. Children played outside until the sun went down. Crime, especially violent crime, was rare enough that most residents believed something like this could never happen there. That sense of safety is exactly what made her disappearance so shocking. When someone vanishes from a place like this, it forces an uncomfortable realization. Danger doesn't always come with noise or chaos. Sometimes it arrives quietly. On the day she disappeared, nothing seemed out of place. She went about her routine as usual. She spoke with family members and friends, discussed future plans, and gave no indication that she was afraid or distressed. There was no argument, no dramatic event, nothing that suggested she intended to leave her life behind. Those closest to her later said she seemed hopeful, focused on the future, and grounded in her everyday responsibilities. When she failed to come home that night, concern slowly turned into alarm. At first, family members assumed there must be a simple explanation. Maybe she had stayed with a friend, maybe her phone battery had died. But as the hours passed with no word from her, panic set in. Calls went unanswered, messages were never returned. By the next morning, it was clear something was terribly wrong. Law enforcement was notified, but the initial response was slow. Investigators first considered the possibility that she had left voluntarily. This assumption, common in missing adult cases, delayed the urgency of the investigation. Critical early hours passed without an immediate search or preservation of potential evidence. In cases like this, time is everything, and once it is lost, it can never be recovered. Eventually, search efforts began. Officers canvassed the neighborhood, questioning neighbors and checking nearby businesses. Search dogs were brought in, but they struggled to find a clear trail. No abandoned vehicle was discovered. No personal belongings were located. Her phone activity stopped completely, and her bank accounts showed no movement. It was as if she had simply vanished into the air. As days turned into weeks, theories began to form. Some believed she may have encountered someone she knew and trusted. Others speculated about a chance encounter with a stranger. There were reports of suspicious vehicles in the area around the time she disappeared, but none could be confirmed. Each lead raised hope, only to end in disappointment. Rumors spread throughout the community. Whispers of possible suspects circulated, but no one was ever charged. Investigators explored the possibility of a serial offender, especially after learning of similar disappearances in nearby regions during that time period. However, no physical evidence ever connected those cases to hers. Without DNA, witnesses, or a crime scene, the investigation remained frustratingly stalled. Her family refused to let her story fade away. They organized searches, distributed flyers, and spoke to the media whenever possible. They appeared on national television programs, pleading for anyone with information to come forward. Year after year, they marked the anniversary of her disappearance with candlelight vigils, holding on to hope even as time continued to pass. As technology advanced, investigators revisited the case. Old witness statements were reviewed again. New forensic tools were applied to whatever limited evidence remained. Tips were re-examined under fresh perspectives. Despite these efforts, the outcome never changed. There was no breakthrough, no confirmed sighting, no remains, just unanswered questions. What makes this case especially disturbing is the complete lack of resolution. Most crimes leave something behind: evidence, witnesses, or at least a partial explanation. In this case, there is nothing. That absence fuels endless speculation. Did someone plan this carefully? Was it a crime of opportunity? Or is the truth hidden behind a single mistake that investigators missed decades ago? For the family, the pain never truly fades. Without answers, there is no closure. Every unknown remains open, every possibility lingering. They live with the constant tension between hope and grief, wondering if one day the phone might ring with information that finally explains what happened. 2 decades later, the case is officially cold, but it is not forgotten. Detectives involved have stated publicly that someone out there knows the truth. Someone has lived with this secret for 20 years. Whether out of fear, guilt, or self-preservation, that silence has kept this mystery alive. Her disappearance serves as a chilling reminder that even the most ordinary moments can hide extraordinary danger. It challenges assumptions about safety and trust, and it forces a hard truth into the public consciousness. People can vanish without leaving a trace, and sometimes the answers never come easily. As long as her story continues to be told, the case remains alive. Each retelling is a reminder that justice delayed is not always justice denied. Somewhere, the truth still exists, and until it is revealed, her disappearance will continue to haunt investigators, her loved ones, and a nation that still waits for answers.